Everybody loves dads, stories, and the Marine Corps. What could be better than Marine Corps dads who tell stories? Here's another story with veteran storyteller John Sugar Jr., a Marine Corps dad.
Tonight, we're going to tell the story of the daddy who couldn't hear his own thoughts. Once upon a time, there was a daddy with 3 little girls. One of them was 6, one of them was 3, almost 4, and one of them was 1. And these 3 little girls made so much noise, the daddy could not hear his own thoughts. He didn't even know what he was thinking, because all these little girls did all day long was scream and cry and giggle and make noise and beat on drums and smack each other and smack into walls, and the daddy could find no peace. No peace for daddy. Nothing. No peace. Only war. And so the daddy, unable to hear his own thoughts, said, "I need to hear my own thoughts." But he couldn't hear them because he couldn't be loud enough, because the little girls were so loud. But a day came when the first little girl turned 18 years old and left the house. And the noise dropped. And the daddy heard something. What was that? It was like a whisper. But he wasn't sure. And then the second little girl turned 18, and she left the house. And the daddy heard something louder this time. He's like, what is that? And the third little girl turned 18, and she left the house. And the daddy was sitting alone in the house, and he heard something, and he realized they were his thoughts. He could hear his own thoughts, where before there was only noise, and he could not hear his own thoughts. And the daddy sat at the table, and he just listened to his own thoughts, which were so nice. They were lovely thoughts. They were wonderful thoughts. He wished he'd been able to hear those thoughts for the previous 18 years. But he was not able to because of the noise the little girls made all the time. And he could not form a coherent thought for their entire lives. And so the daddy became happy. And one day, his little girls came back to visit, and they had little girls of their own. And they sat at the table with the daddy, and they said, "We can't hear our own thoughts." And the daddy smiled.
Why did he smile?
Because they had done it to him, and now it was being done to them. In the circle of life. Give me mom away. The end.
That was another story with John Sugar Jr., a Marine Corps dad. Check the show notes for links to his Patreon and website at creativegrumbles.com.